these up, child. Holy do it. Child, listen, this should be only do it, y'all. What it do, ski booskies? Child, look, I got to, huh? Let me turn this off, child. Hold on, y'all. What y'all was doing? Oh, let's do it. Hey, come on, 444. What y'all was doing, child? Y'all come in. Come in. Come in. What it do, child? Not the G code. Hey, period. The PG code. All that do it. What y'all was doing? All that do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all come in, like the live, share the love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What y'all was doing? Child, I don't know. I didn't even look and see. How y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Let me get to the beginning of today and see what we got. Or let do it. Somebody going through a spiritual awakening, but we'll talk about that in a minute. What y'all was doing? Hey, honey, Wani. Hey, Linda, Nim. What you was doing? Hey, pretty angel, Nim. Y'all come in, like the live, share the love. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. What y'all was doing, child? Today has been a great and amazing day. I hope y'all are doing well and that today is going fantastic for you. Child, listen. Nothing can stop you. You on the way up. I don't know. Come on, chosen one. Come on, Revelations. Anyway, them is show. Wait a minute. Them lashes, they was about to catch them glasses. Them lashes was about to catch them glasses. Bars? Don't judge me. If you new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful you are here. Welcome to Bible Clarity Challenge Day number. Child, what day is we on, Lord? 23. Hey, Jamila Nia, what you was doing? We on day number 23, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Child, I was talking to Padre Guy about that today. I say, Daddy, you know I still don't know what I'm over here doing. He was like, child, he didn't even respond to me this time. What y'all said? Child, listen, we is over here doing the thing on this Bible study. We are on chapters 44 and 45 today. Miss $1 trillion in the building. What you was doing, honey? One. Y'all like the live, share the love. We on chapters 44 and 45. We're in the book of Genesis. Child, we gonna be done in a couple days, ain't it? What y'all said? Since child. Y'all know we coming up on the full moon in Leo. Oh, it's just been a day. I'm finna told y'all about it. Thank you. Hey, Mimi Nim. Thank you. Child, wait a minute. Which one of these is you be on? Hey, honey, one. I was looking forward to y'all too. I ain't gonna lie. About an hour ago, child, I was sleepy. I was. I had. I said, Daddy, either I'm gonna have to drink some coffee. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all. So look, I don't drink energy drinks, right? Like very seldom. The last time I had an energy drink was when I was driving from Texas back here to California. So I don't drink energy drinks anymore. Both of them, BOFFUM. That's why I was like, Child, what you was doing? Thank you, honey one. I appreciate you. Okay. Hollering at me on the U of the two. Hey, Sandy. So I don't drink energy drinks, right? So the last time I had one, I was coming from Texas back to California. So the other day, y'all, I was so tired. I think I was had told y'all, right? Hey, Jay Cosby, thank you for sharing the live. And so I was like, you know what? I'ma just thug it out. I think I was up like super early. Like it was crazy, y'all. So I was like, I'm gonna have me an energy drink. So I had got me my little favorite one, right? Which is the watermelon Red Bull. Shout out Red Bull. This ain't no plug. Cause baby, let me tell you, that it wasn't no wings in that Red Bull. I went to sleep on a Red Bull. I said, baby, they must after it was somebody had tampered with it, didn't it? And that's how I felt today. I felt like I had wanted one in my spirituals, but I didn't go get it. But I wanted it. I ain't get it though. But y'all, it wasn't no look. That one didn't have no wings. It was. I think it was just some soda. And I don't drink sodas either. But I'm just saying, child, that's how I felt. I felt like I was finna have to go get one today. But I did, and I thugged it on out because my daughter called and gave me some good news. So, both of my girls called today. Child, look, them Alani's are fire. I normally drink Celsius. That's what I normally drink. But I was just like, you know what? And I don't even drink them very often anymore, y'all. Like I very seldomly drink energy drinks at all anymore. But I was like, you know what? I'm just grab this one. Child, I was asleep and I thought I was finna have to make me some coffee just now, but I didn't made it on through. So here we is getting ready to do Genesis chapter 44 and 45. It's been a fantastic and amazing day. We had some who going through a spiritual awakening message. Somebody in here is going through a spiritual awakening. If y'all didn't catch that video, you'll have to go watch it on YouTube. Somebody is leveling up. Okay, let me tell y'all about some research I had did because I mentioned it last night. Oh no, that's not for y'all. That's on the video. Y'all wouldn't even know if you didn't watch the video. Okay, never mind. We got some angel numbers that came through. I ain't even got the angel numbers deck in my hand. And I don't think some of these is in here anyway. 151, 222, 211. What's what y'all said? Wait a minute. What's that say? What's behind the golden door? Oh, that's one of the videos. So some of y'all got an opportunity coming in, spiritual gifts and elevation and things. Child, it's really just been a very interesting day. I ended up doing like 5 videos today instead of 3, and somebody going through a spiritual awakening. Uh-huh. Don't give negative energy. Stepping into your wealthy season. What's behind the golden door? Child, I don't remember what the other ones was. I don't even remember. Good evening, y'all. Y'all come in, like the live, share the love. So we are on Genesis 44, which talks about Joseph's silver cup. And then 45 is going to talk about child Joseph is going to reveal this identity. I'm so excited. I was asked Padre God, I was like, child, we going to see. Cause we might, yeah, because I feel like we gonna get a message. Cause he said sometimes we ain't gonna have to give a message, but we gonna get one today. Cause this is gonna be good. 45 is gonna be real good. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember about this Joseph Silver Cup, so y'all know it's gonna be like the first time I was reading it and stuff. Anyway. Well, come on in. Welcome to the community. Child, come up, turn your notifications on so you'll be over here every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we do a word in the wilderness. You finna get a little, now let me just tell y'all right now. Wait a minute, Zachary Neal. Zachary Neal, let me just told you something real quick. Welcome. If you are new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. However, let me just tell you right now, this is probably not your everyday Bible study, okay? This ain't what you used to. Now, don't come over here. You know, we got to tell somebody pin the comment. Somebody, so I'm gonna have to put this on the comments saying, listen, this not just to you. Don't come over here with no religiosity. Listen, cause we do things a little different on this side of the street. Okay, we is here to discuss the word, the Lord, and build relationship with our Father God. So I just had wanted to tell you in advance. I'ma fix it. Cause baby, I got to warn people because baby, they be came over here and seen a word in the wilderness, like, oh, let's go in here. And so they come tap in and they gonna be like, she said, what? Yeah, this is not this ain't that. I just need to be told it, folks, because they probably be like, oh my gosh. Y'all don't be leaving traumatized, does it? Child, I be traumatized sometimes when I leave too. Don't be no haters. Listen, so I just had wanted to told you. I'm talking about a twist, a double twist. Is that a thing? I think this is like Bible study. You know them moves Simone Biles be doing. She be doing like a quadruple twist in the air. That's this kind of Bible study. You gonna be like, I ain't never heard of such. I know. So I had just want to warn y'all, this ain't your everyday Bible study. So don't think that's what you finna get, because you're not. I'm just saying, I'm talking about 5.000. Anyway, but we so happy and so grateful that you decided to tap in with us today. We are on Genesis chapter 44. We talking about Joseph's silver cup. I don't know, it's feeling Ace of Cupsy to me. Okay, so so welcome. We are so happy, so grateful that you are here. Thank you for tapping in with us today. Okay, what else did happen today, y'all? I was up, Patrick. God had me. Has anybody, side note, I haven't yet, but I'm going to. Has anybody read the book of Enoch? Why y'all ain't tell me about it? Where was y'all's antennas? Why y'all ain't told me about the book of Enoch? Now you know I got to go read it. Hey, Vera Montez Neum. Why y'all ain't told me? Why y'all kept that? Where was y'all antennas? Why y'all ain't told me about the book of Enoch? Come on, Victorious. Thank you, honey, Wonny. Guess what? We gonna add that to the collection. I don't know. I don't even know where to get it from. Well, I'm finna read it just to show us I can find where to download it from. Message? Here's who you really are, child. Hopefully, just a servant of the Lord. That's it. That's who we. So I'm just had told y'all that I'm gonna try to get it. I think you got to buy it. You got to buy it, the child. What is? Well, I guess because we be having to buy the Bible, don't. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I want to read this. Child, no, I ain't got no lot. Wait a minute. I don't know, child. I need my own copy. I can't. I can't give it back. I got to highlight it and walk right in it and everything, child. I be needing it to go in my collection. I feel like I'm building a whole little, but who builds a Bible collection? Anybody? I don't know. I only got two and the power of the Psalms, but I feel like it's getting on up there, Daddy. What you trying to do? Anyway, I'm gonna have it though. You just watch. Anyway, I just had told y'all that I feel like I want to read it. So, period, I'm going to read it. I don't know. You never know. We might do that on after we get through chapter 5. I don't know. I mean, the book of Deuteronomy. I don't know. We going to see, child. If I can come across it before then or by then, we'll see what happens. Anyway. Y'all didn't tell me. And so I was up early this morning and I ended up watching something about it. And I say, well, huh. And what caught my interest was the little video, y'all, why I was up at like midnight. That's why I was so sleepy, because I was up from like midnight till like 3:30, almost 4 o'clock, watching stuff on the Bible. Lord, y'all, I don't be judging me. My hours of operation, y'all is foolish. Not hours of operation. Anyway, I was up watching stuff on the Word, child, at like early in the morning. And so I ended up watching that. And I was like, then it tripped me out because they were saying like Archangel, like they was talking about Uriel. And I was like, as in my Archangel Uriel. So I don't know, child. We is going to see what happens because but I'm going to read it and see what it's talking about. Anyway, that's it. Okay. Genesis chapter 44 and 45. That's what we talking about today. Y'all like the live, share the live, share the love. We finna get into this. We finna, let's do it. Let's get to it. Cause I don't remember, honestly. Y'all know I feel like I'm reading the Bible for the first time. So it'd be exciting for me because I'd be like, oh child, what's finna happen? And then I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. So then we gonna see what the word gonna be about today when we get done. Today has been such a great and amazing day. I hope y'all just been Patrick God taking care of stuff, child. Y'all, I'm just gonna tell y'all he is taking care of some things. We got to make sure. I just want to say, make sure you're being obedient. I know if but I'm telling you what I know. Just do what he told you to do now. Go on, do what he told you to do, and just keep on doing it. And then watch how he gonna show up. I just believe him for it. I asked him for something so ridiculous today, and I say, Daddy, I just believe you gonna do it, and he gonna do it too. I'm just waiting on it. I'm just waiting. Anyway, hold on, y'all. Let me take these spectacles off. Child, look, y'all know. Look, I got my lashes on. I ain't got not my lashes, but I ain't got them lenses in today. All to do it. Let it to it. Thank you for the follow, dearest one. Now, y'all know I can't see nothing now till I put these glasses back on. But we finna talk about Joseph's silver cup. Okay, Genesis chapter 44, Genesis 44. Oh, let's do it. Here we go. Joseph's silver cup. Here we go. Okay, so where we at? So the brothers then got back. They didn't had the feast. Joseph gave Benjamin 5 times as much as he gave the others, so they feasted and drank freely with him. Of course, the Egyptians, they didn't been home. They had to leave Simeon. Was it Simeon that had to stay in the jail? And then they went back and with Benjamin. So now they're in Joseph's palace and they're feasting. Okay, so all to do it. Here we go. Okay, very good. Here we go. When his brothers were ready to leave, Joseph gave these instructions to his palace manager. Fill each of their sacks with as much grain as they can carry and put each man's money back into his sack. Then put my personal silver cup at the top of the youngest brother's sack, along with the money for his grain. So the manager did as Joseph instructed him. Child, look, my cup runneth over. Come on, cup. Who I said that to today, y'all? I don't know, child. My cup runneth over. The brothers were up at dawn and were sent on their journey with their loaded donkeys. But when they had gone only a short distance and were barely out of the city, Joseph said to his palace manager, "Wait a minute, Joseph. Now, uno momento. Hold on. Wait a minute, child. Let me switch highlighters because Joseph, you ain't have to do the little peeping them like that. You did not have to do little peeping them like that. Okay. The brothers were up at dawn and were sent on their journey with their loaded donkeys, but when they had gone only a short distance and were barely out of the city, Joseph said to his palace manager, "Chase after them." You low down. Chase after them and stop them. When you catch up with them, ask them, "Why have you repaid my kindness with such evil?" Joseph, spearing them ancestors them, Joseph them. Now, why have you stolen my master's silver cup? I'm talking about a setup, dog. Why have you stolen my master's silver cup, which he uses to predict the future? Come on, divination. Oh, I mean, I guess that would be prophecy, depending on how you look at it. Rolls eyes. Y'all seen that? That was on the camera, wasn't it? Anyway, I'm back. What a wicked thing you have done. When the palace manager caught up with the men, he spoke to them as he had been instructed. The child, let me see, I guess he was crying in the cup. How he was predicting the spirit name ancestor Joseph Nim. How you was crying in the cup and y'all be talking about divinate. Child, y'all better kick rocks, no shoes on. That was a whole nother topic, wouldn't it? Okay, we gonna save that. And Joseph up here. Anyway, I'm back. What are you talking about? The brothers responded, "We are your servants and would never do such a thing. Didn't we return the money we found in our sacks? We brought it back all the way from the land of Canaan. Why would we steal silver or gold from your master's house? If you find his cup," well, y'all get on ready, child. "If you find his cup with any one of us, oh Lord, why they always trying to kill somebody? Why y'all can't just say like throw him into jail? Why everybody let him die? Kill him. That's everybody answer. Kill her. What's the girl named Tamar? Judah? His killer. Killer. Everybody want to just kill everybody, don't it? If you find his cup with any one of us, let that man die. And all the rest of us, my lord, will be your slaves." "That's fair," the man replied. "But only the one who stole the cup will be my slave. The rest of you may go free." Well, child, you always finna throw the brother up under the bus. They all quickly took their sacks from the back of their donkeys and opened them. The palace manager searched the brothers' sacks from the oldest to the youngest, and the cup, of course, was found in Benjamin's sack. When the brothers saw this, they tore their clothing in despair. They're so wrong. Joseph's so wrong. Then they loaded their donkeys again and returned to the city. Joseph was still in his palace when Judah and his brothers arrived, and they fell to the ground before him. "What have you done?" Joseph demanded. He was still being petty, wasn't it? He was stealing him spirituals. He was stealing him spirituals. "Don't you know that a man like me can predict the future?" Come on, divinate. Okay, I'm sorry. What would that be called? Never mind. Judah answered, "Oh, my Lord, what can we say to you? How can we explain this? How, oh, he's a prophet. Okay. How can how can we explain this? How can we prove our innocence? God is punishing us for our sins. My Lord, we have all returned to be your slaves, all of us, not just our brother who had your cup in his sack." "No," Joseph said, "I would never do such a thing. Only the man who stole the cup will be my slave. The rest of you may go back to your father in peace." Joseph sold, child. Woo. Judah speaks for his brothers. Then Judah stepped forward and said, "Please, my Lord, let your servant say just one word to you. Please do not be angry with me, even though you are as powerful as Pharaoh himself. My Lord, previously you asked us, your servants, do you have a father or a brother? And we responded, yes, my Lord, we have a father who is an old man, and his youngest son is a child of his old age. His full brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother's children, and his father loves him very much. And you said to us, bring him here so I can see him with my own eyes. But we said to you, my Lord, the boy cannot leave his father, for his father would die. But you told us, unless your youngest brother comes with you, you will never see my face again. So we returned to your servant, our father, and told him what you had said." Child, that I'm talking about out in the details, in the details. They don't leave out nothing, do it? "So we returned to your servant, our father, and told him what you had said. Later, when he said, 'Go back again and buy some more food,' we replied, 'We can't go unless you let our youngest brother go with us. We'll never get to see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us.' Then my father said to us, 'As you know, my why was he talking to them like this?' You know what? Okay, I'm back. 'As you know, my wife had two sons, and one of them went away and never returned. Doubtless he was torn to pieces by some wild animal. I have never seen him since. Now, if you take his brother away from me and any harm comes to him, you will send this grieving white haired man to his grave. And now, my Lord, I cannot go back to my father without the boy. Our father's life is bound up in the boy's life. If he sees that the boy is not with us, our father will die. We, your servants, will indeed be responsible for sending that grieving white haired man to his grave. My Lord, I guaranteed to my father that I would take care of the boy. I told him, if I don't bring him back to you, I will bear the blame forever. So please, my Lord, let me stay here as a slave instead of the boy, and let the boy return with his brothers. For how can I return to my father if the boy is not with me? I couldn't bear to see the anguish this would call my father, or cause my father. I'm sorry. Okay, uno momento. Y'all wasn't worried about no. Oh no, I'm gonna say it because I am. I think I'm so happy and so grateful. Why y'all wasn't worried about this anguish when y'all was finna take y'all had was finna kill little Joseph Neal and throw him in the cistern? That's why I guess y'all had all them years to feel remorse about it, huh? I understand that. So I guess that's why Joseph had to go. He went on and forgave y'all. Well, I was just saying, y'all need that should have been from the very beginning. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. They should have been forgave. Like he should have been had some remorse. Child, now you worried because the man is old and white haired. Stress. Let's talk about stress. Have you ever heard someone use the phrase, I made my bed, now I guess I have to lie in it, period? This person is recognizing that uncomfortable or stressful situations are often the product of our own unwise decisions or sinful behavior. Have you ever had to suffer some consequences? We talked about these 7 year cycles just the other day, and I listen, I didn't suffer for 7 years, Lord. So I thank you for the end of this 7 year cycle. I don't know how many years it's been for them, but I thank you for the end of this seven. Okay. Joseph's brothers were facing this problem. Years earlier, they had decided to eliminate their irritating brother by selling him to Ishmaelite traders headed for Egypt. But their sin created far more suffering and stress than Joseph had ever caused them. Sometimes the stress in our lives is of our own making, the result of an unhealthy lifestyle. This is giving Ten of Wands energy, yes? When you are tempted to use selfish or sinful means to deal with the problem in your life, remember that you will only create more problems. Child, don't try to solve a problem with another problem. It don't never work out the way you think it's going to. It just don't. It never works out that way. When you do dirt, you're not going, if you do dirt, you ain't gonna solve it by doing more dirt. You just not. Whether for with other people, yourself, you just not. When you are tempted to use selfish or sinful means to deal with the problem in your life, remember that you will only create more problems. One of them inevitably being more stress. Lie ain't nothing to tell. Okay, a lie ain't nothing to tell, child. I'm talking about. I can't even imagine the weight. And we finna get to 45. But can y'all imagine the weight? And I'm sure all of us in here at some point or another, like you've done something, you said something, you've done something that you felt remorse for. Now I hope ain't nobody in here killing nobody, okay? But or trying to kill nobody or just throwing somebody up under the bus that you know it was unfair, you didn't do somebody right, just whatever. You do your own reflection. You ain't got to admit it, but I know that I have. I know that I have done my share of dirt. Accountability, own your stuff, right? Own it. And so, and do you know, like it's like cheating, right? You know, let's say you know your person to the best of your ability, they've been faithful, but you know you cheated. Y'all know how hard some of y'all, maybe you ain't never experienced this, and good, keep it that way. However, if you'd have never had to just hold something, hold a secret, like y'all, it be wearing you out, don't it? It'll change your whole energy. Oh, it just be too much. Like that's why I just got to tell the truth. Cause I ain't got time to be holding on I ain't got it up. It be you start losing sleep, you losing weight, you worried, you got to worry about are they gonna find out? Like child, ain't nobody got time for that. It's a whole lot more stuff to be stressed out about. And what I'm not finna hold, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Can y'all imagine having to hold on to this? Can you just imagine like how you got to go to your grave with your daddy thinking that his son has died, but really all of his sons conspired to kill him. All of them. I'm talking about one time for the one time for Padre God. one time for the one time. Like, y'all. But then there comes forgiveness, right? Now they got to understand because Joseph, man, he could have did the real dog to them, but he finna go ahead and set them free. He finna set them free. But baby, let me tell you, man, look, thank you, Lord. Thank you for ownership and accountability because, baby, ain't nobody got time. Okay, let's see what else. Let's talk about this. If you got something you need to get off your chest, I would suggest get right. Get right with the Lord. Let that go. Let it go. Okay. Joseph reveals his identity. Joseph couldn't stand it no longer. There were many people in the room, and he said to his attendants, out, all of you. So he was alone with his brothers when he told them who he was. Then he broke down and wept. He wept so loudly the Egyptians could hear him, and word of it quickly carried to Pharaoh's palace. That's some loud crying, ain't it? I'm talking about when I wish I would have done it with God and not the world. Child, listen. This some loud crying. Can you imagine the pain that he released in that cry? Have any of y'all ever wept like that? I have. Sometimes sometimes all you can do is cry. Like when you've held on to pain for so long or held on to something for so long and all you can do is cry, and the release of stress that I imagine he felt with them tears. Come on, God. Child, I'm finna cry for him. All them years being separated from his family. It's like being in prison, even though he was in a position of power and authority. It's like being in prison, being away from your family, your loved ones, isolation, you around brand new people. Yeah, the Lord blessed you and elevated you, but you left everyone, and it was your family. This man right here got a big heart. I'm so happy and so grateful the Lord made him this way. I am Joseph, he said to his brothers. Is my father still alive? But his brothers were speechless. They were stunned to realize that Joseph was standing there in front of them. please come closer, he said to them. So they came closer, probably terrified. And he said again, I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into slavery in Egypt. Now, I'm not going to let you forget what you did now. But now you see, child, look, does he talk about the dream? Okay, let me keep going. And he said again, I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into slavery in Egypt. But don't be upset and don't be angry with yourselves for selling me to this place. It was God. Come on, God. It was God who sent me here ahead of you to preserve your lives. This famine that has ravaged the land for 2 years will last 5 more years, and there will be neither plowing nor harvesting. He sent what? He sent me before you. I just heard to make the crooked paths straight. He sent me. Ain't that like the Lord? Ain't that just like him? He'll go before you and make something happen before long before. Come on, God, long before you even get there, because he already knows the plans he has for you. That man, come on, God. That's why we talked about the other day, like, oh, Lord, I feel emotional. That's why we talked about the other day, like, man, we be worried about stuff and God then already worked it out. And I know it's so hard for us to surrender, right? But when I tell you, y'all, surrender is such a beautiful thing, because you know with absolute certainty there's not a shadow of doubt within your mind, your heart, your spirit, because God has already worked it out. Now, it took some years. God gave him, Joseph, those dreams when he was still there. And look at all these years. But he knew. I'm telling y'all, that's why he was like, man, look, I'm gonna go ahead and take this, because the Lord had already spoken to him through these dreams and told him that there was something more that he was supposed to do. And in the end, what the devil meant for bad, he turned it out to make it where he saved all of them when nobody else would have been able to do that. If those events hadn't happened just the way that they did, they'd have been a completely different situation. That's why I'm telling y'all, I don't understand how people don't believe that the Lord is just gonna do it. Like, I just don't. Hey, Nisa Booski Wooski, like, it just is amazing. It's amazing. And every time you read one of these stories, you just be like, man, the Lord done already did it, child. He done already did it. And you don't be knowing, you don't even know how. Because at that time he had them dreams, I'm sure he wasn't thinking about that wheat, nothing. That was only him and his brothers, him and the mom and the daddy. But then look, they had to come by that same grain. The man, this is just too much. Come on, Lord. Okay, I'm back. God has sent me ahead of you to keep you and your families alive and to preserve many survivors. So it was God who sent me here, not you. And he is the one who made me an advisor to Pharaoh, the manager of his entire palace and the governor of all Egypt. God, won't he put you in them positions of power and authority, and you about don't even know what you're doing? But guess what? He will put you there. He will put you exactly where he needs you to be. He just needs you to show up and do the thing he asked you to do. That's it. It's like you just don't even, it's as crazy as it sounds, y'all. Like, you don't even have to think about it. All he wants us to do is the thing, and it's always something we like to do. It's not like he's telling us that it's not something that you know what I'm saying? Joseph, and he was blessed in doing this. He didn't put him in no bad situation, child. He like blessed him and was like, oh, okay. And then everything he did was blessed. And then in the end, he ended up saving his whole family. Now hurry back to my father and tell him, this is what your son Joseph says. God has made me master over all the land of Egypt. So come down to me immediately. You can live in the region of Goshen, where you can be near me with all your children and grandchildren. My God, your flocks and herds and everything you own. I will take care of you there, for there are still 5 years of famine ahead of us. Otherwise, you, your household, and all of your animals will starve. Then Joseph added, look, you can see for yourself, and so can my brother Benjamin, that I really am Joseph. Go tell my father of my honored position here in Egypt. Describe for him, hold on, describe for him everything you have seen, and then bring my father here quickly. Weeping with joy, he embraced Benjamin, and Benjamin did the same. Then Joseph kissed each of his brothers and wept over them, and after that they began talking freely with him. Period. Come on. See, I'm telling, man, that's why he didn't, that's why he was like, man, I ain't even tripping. I ain't even tripping, because ultimately it was to save every single person. Him, them, everybody. All the little children, the whole generational line, child. He had to be put in that position. Ain't that like a lot of us being put in positions that you don't even know about yet, because you're breaking stuff off of your families, you saving people, you saving folks in your ancestral line that you ain't, that ain't even born yet, the children of the children of the children of the children, so that everybody will be protected and taken care of. That's why it's so important to make sure you're doing the thing that God asked you to do, to get in position, do the thing he asked you to do, because it's, oh, come on, Lord, because it's so much bigger than us, y'all. It is so much bigger than us, right? And that's something that, who was I talking to, y'all? I was talking to somebody. I think I said it on a message. I was like, man, this is so much bigger than us, y'all. And a lot of times, and oh, come on, y'all. That's when I was talking about the other day. Like, you got to dream bigger. You got to think bigger. Like, I wasn't even thinking big enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't dreaming big enough. So when I started setting intentions the other day and chopping it up with God, he was like, you're not thinking big enough. God put this man over the entire land of Egypt. And so a lot of times we get selfish and we start thinking about, oh, it's just for us. That's why when you start being of service to other people, when you start thinking beyond yourself, when you let the ego go and you start saying, how can I help other people? Other people includes your family, the ones you know, the ones you ain't never gonna meet. You gonna be an ancestor spirit, Nim, and you gonna be then let, period, big picture. You gonna be then created wealth, created prosperity, created a way out of no way for the generations to come way down the line. Telling y'all, God be knowing, child, he got a plan, he has a plan. And if you over here, then you already know that God has spoken into your spirituals that it's something bigger you're supposed to be doing. And you may not, it may, don't despise, they just said, don't despise humble beginnings, because you never know how big that ending is going to be. Look at the little one, the smallest. Look, you over there tending the sheep, you ain't nobody. He was working for the brothers, and now he's ruler over Egypt. Child, come on, spirit. Pharaoh invites Jacob to Egypt. The news soon reached Pharaoh's palace. Joseph's brothers have arrived. Pharaoh and his officials were all delighted to hear this. Pharaoh said to Joseph, tell your brothers this is what you must do. Load your pack animals and hurry back to the land of Canaan. Then get your father and all of your families and return here to me. I will give you the very best land in Egypt. Come on, blessings, and you will eat from the best that the land produces. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, tell your brothers, take wagons from the land of Egypt to carry your little children and your wives and bring your father here. Don't worry about your personal belongings, for the best of the land of Egypt is yours. He said you can leave all it. I was fit. Y'all heard it. Don't worry about that. You don't need none of that. Just come as you are. All I need, just put them in the wagon and just bring them on. You can leave all that. You finna be upgraded. You finna get better stuff. You finna get, is anybody in here that like thanking God right now for some new stuff? Can we receive upgrades? Thank you, Lord. I thank you in advance for the upgrade. Don't worry, everything. You can have it all. I'm throwing it in the garbage. Thank you, Lord, because this new level comes with upgrades. It comes with new stuff. It comes with new everything. All new everything. If you think it, if you is expected an upgrade in your life, just drop upgrade in the chat. Cause baby, listen, when God take me to this new level, talking about unrecognizable, baby, listen. Now I'm gonna keep my head wraps. I'm gonna keep them, and I might have one, maybe two pieces of clothing. When I tell you, you could, when I get this new car, this new house, when I get this, it's gonna be you're gonna be unrecognizable, kind of like Joseph was, right? He was so unrecognizable to them because you didn't even know what he looked like because it was all new everything. Come on, listen. If you believing in God for an upgrade, baby, you can have everything, all of it. Throw it. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna throw it away. Actually, I am. Because you know what? I don't even want nobody else to have the energy. Nope, look, you don't want it. You don't want it. If I can donate it, I will. But everything else, child, listen. I'll be thanking God every day for my new life. And I don't know when it's coming. I'm like Joseph. I didn't know when it was coming. He had to spend them few years in the prison. But guess what? I thank him every day for the new life because I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Thanking him right now for what he's getting ready to do later. So the sons of Jacob did as they were told. Joseph provided them with wagons as Pharaoh had commanded, and he gave them supplies for the journey. And he gave each of them new clothes. Come on, new clothes. Okay. But to Benjamin, he gave 5 changes of clothes and 300 pieces of silver. He also sent his father 10 male donkeys loaded with the finest products of Egypt and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and other supplies he would need on his journey. So Joseph sent his brothers off, and as they left, he called after them, "Don't quarrel about all this along the way." And they left Egypt and returned to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan. Y'all, we might have to read this. Don't be judging me. Child, this is so good. Okay, hold on. Joseph is still alive, they told him, and he is governor of all the land of Egypt. Jacob was stunned at the news. He couldn't believe it. Lord, look, why do y'all say Fred Sanford? Y'all so foolish. And child, they talking about Elizabeth. Oh Lord, not him finna have a heart attack, child. I'm coming to let you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. Look, believe it, but when they repeated to Jacob everything Joseph had told them, and when he saw the wagons Joseph had sent to carry him, their father's spirits revived. Child, y'all were finna send him on to glory. Y'all was finna send him to glory, Lord. Like y'all, he was finna take him out. Y'all finna take him out with the news. Y'all should have just waited and said, "We just need you to come on." he been he been need some CPR. Then Jacob exclaimed, "It must be true. My son Joseph is alive. I must go and see him before I die. God, hurry up." As that spirit, who y'all? This gonna be so good tomorrow. Hurry up, y'all go ahead. Hurry up and take him. Did y'all? Let me read it here. Okay, I'm not gonna read it here. He made it. Cause y'all better hurry up, baby. Cause you finna what? Y'all finna take him out. Child, listen. Woo! Ain't that something? They'll finna have to revive him. They're gonna take him out with the news that his son was still alive. All them years he hadn't grieved his son. Now I'm not gonna read ahead. Y'all know I be experiencing this with y'all. But if y'all, it better be 11, 10 maybe. I don't know, 10 apologies in the next 2 chapters of the word. Or something like y'all gonna have to square some stuff up when we get there. Anyway, I'm not gonna read ahead. I'm not gonna do it. We finna see what y'all want to talk about, y'all. This is good. This is good. This was the news of newses. Child, let me put these speckles back on so I can see y'all. Child, I'm talking about upgrades, and thank you in advance for what you getting ready to do. Child, I don't even know what the Lord finna do, but every day, me and my daughter was just talking about that because she just got her couch. Because I told y'all she moved back from Germany. When y'all got here in the summertime, she moved back from Germany. And so she had to rebuild and restart her life and everything, y'all. So she got her little apartment, or her big old apartment. It ain't little. Look, that was something I seen on TikTok the other day. Why everything got to be little? She got her big apartment. And so she just bought her new couch and had it delivered and stuff today. So anyway, we were just talking about, man, we just be thanking the Lord in advance right now for everything, for now and for then too. Whatever's coming, whatever, just everything. Thank you, child. Just come on, 338. Anyway, let's get a message, y'all. Let's see. This is all positive energy, so I feel like we should get they said they got one message or two. What y'all said? Mm-hmm. Oh, let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's see what's happening. Man, can we talk about restoration? Let's see some things that are finna get ready to be restored in our life. Cause baby, the energy we own, this is how you got to stay. Cause this the thing. I need everybody to be expecting great and amazing things to get ready to happen. Look at the sunflower. Y'all, look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Hey, my power position. I can't make this up. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time and y'all, let me just told y'all, I switched these cards all the way up. I'm not even using, I don't have none of the same cards. I switched the energy up and everything. And the unfolding, as with this story did, power position. Look at this crown, child. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. Come on, crown me. Unfolding, access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. Y'all, I can't make that up. Hey, my love you, child. This is good. I'm telling y'all, we've been talking about this leadership energy. We've been talking about like something is unfolding. Is there anyone I can tell y'all? True story. I can feel that things are expanding and unfolding for me. It's something that God is showing me. He is lighting the path, and I don't know exactly where it's going, but I know He's doing it, baby. I know He's doing it. So slowly but surely, things are unfolding. We finna see what's unfolding. Mm-hmm. We finna see what's unfolding because something it's like I feel like I just keep talking about this leadership energy. What else? They said we ain't even got to pull these cards for real. Child, listen, there's definitely no mistake. There's no mistake. It's positions of power, leadership, authority. I'm telling y'all, man, and I told the Lord today, because I was doing the readings to the messages today, and I was like, Daddy, I feel like I'm giving the same messages over and over and over. And he was like, you are, but it's because it's what we need to hear. The people who are tapped in, the people who are aware. It's like he's showing you where you're getting ready to go. And it's like, and also it's almost like him trying to convince, I don't know, he's trying to convince us. He's trying to convince, like, he wants us to know and believe and have faith in him and what he said he's going to do. And I feel like there's a lot that's unfolding for a lot of us that's going to continue to show us, like, this is what's happening. New life when I look down at the bottom of the deck. Come on, Scarab Beetle. And brilliance. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job or life. You may also get a tempting job offer or a new place. Receive it. All new everything. I'm telling y'all. I just feel like God is it's new life energy. What else? Let me just see what's coming up. This ain't gonna be long at all. Y'all like the line, share the line, share the love. This ain't gonna be long. Mm-mm. Because God already said what he said. It's like what's happening is the new life for everyone is unfolding. That's the blessing. Just like it unfolds in stages. And so it's unfolding for all of us in stages. You don't get all of it at one time. You get a piece and a piece and a piece. But some of you, there's a rapid progression. There's like acceleration, expansion that's happening at a faster rate. Yeah, God been giving me this energy for the past week or so where he's like, he finna let you loose. If you've been doing what you've been showing up, serving, being dedicated, doing what he's asked you to do, he's finna let you loose. That's what he's been telling me for the past couple of days. It then came up in a couple readings, and he's like, he's finna turn you loose and let you go do. He's like, he about to let you loose. That's it. What we got? This literally fell on top of the sunflower card, y'all. I can't make this up, man. You have show up, show out, and shine. The sunflower, okay? Show up and shine, clarity, satisfaction, fulfillment, and vitality. I feel like somebody's returning to their natural energy. This is coming up in the present position. So this is you being, look, divine timing at the bottom of the deck. I can't make it up. Everything happens exactly as God wants it to happen. It's not going to happen before or after. We all have a specific date that every single thing is going to unfold in our lives. There's no getting around it. You can't skip steps. You can't rush the process. Faith, patience, everything happens for a reason. Didn't we just get done talking about that? Everything happens for a reason, okay? Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to happen. Just like Joseph was just telling them, like, man, listen, if it hadn't happened this way, I wouldn't have been able to save y'all during this famine all these years later. All these years later, that what ended up happening, if it hadn't happened that way, we would all be dead. We would all be starved. Because in the whole nation, and this the thing, it's so much bigger than just Joseph and his family. This was Joseph, the intelligence, the wisdom that God gave him. Not only did it save Joseph and his family, but it saved the entire land, Egypt, and everything surrounding as well. So this the thing, y'all. I'm telling y'all, God is in this season of telling us, you got to think bigger. That thing that you think is small, that little humble beginning, that little thing that you like, oh, it's nothing. You have no idea how that is going to impact and empower people that way beyond the scope of what you can see. That's why it's so important for you to do whatever it is that God's calling you to do. Because with what happened, not only did he save himself and his family in the long run, he saved an entire nation of people, the people of Egypt, the surrounding lands. He saved everyone with the wisdom, the way that God used him to provide that wisdom to Pharaoh to say, hey, this is what your dream is going to mean. This is 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine. And if he had not been in that prison cell, if even though the baker forgot about him for 2 years, right? Or the cupbearer, even though the cupbearer forgot about him for 2 years, that's all right. And then that same cup ended up, well, it's a different cup, but we think about the cup, and it's just like, man, you reckon he didn't know? He couldn't have known. He couldn't have known. Man, y'all, so I know it be hard. It be hard because we want everything right now. We want instant gratification. But I'm telling you, a lot of us are believing God for a new life. And that new life, believe whether you realize it or not, that new life is already unfolding. It's already happening. Okay. So a lot of times we don't look at it like that, which is why they say don't let the external circumstances make you feel like things are not happening. No, everything's unfolding exactly the way it is. So be excited, be happy about the things unfolding just the way they are, whether it's a problem, whether it's a challenge, whether it's good, whether it's bad. Be excited about it. When you start to believe, when you just know that God is going to do something great in your life, it's not like life doesn't come with challenges. Joseph's story tells us that. It's not like the land of Egypt was in a famine. So it's not like it's not going to come with, you know what I'm saying, challenges and difficulties. It is. It most certainly is, but we're still going to get through it because God equipped us for it. He's going to give us the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, everything. Okay. Time is definitely an illusion. That's why, y'all, I'll be like, child, it's what day? Child, my days be running together. What else? Because I really don't pay attention to it. Come on, contract. Some of y'all telling you soul ties, past lives, twin love, soul contracts, and temptation. So some of y'all finna sign. I don't know what you finna sign for, child. I don't know, but you're getting ready to sign on the dotted line for something. What y'all finna get, Charles? Somebody finna get something. Not them, y'all. What y'all finna sign for? What you believe in God for? You don't have to put it if you don't want to, because you don't have to share your vision. But say it to yourself, child. What do you believe in? How are you believing God to power you up, to elevate you and put you in a higher position? What is this new life? Maybe you need to journal about it tonight, child. What do you believe in God to bring into your life, this new life? I know it don't seem like it right now, but I promise you it's happening. I promise it's happening. Old contracts are a thing of the past, and we moving into all new energy, child. I'm telling you, you just got to keep on showing up, keep on being consistent, keep on being diligent. And this the thing, in all things, just recognize the Lord for what he's doing. Just like because me personally, oh, I ain't doing nothing. I know I'm not doing anything. This is all God's work. This is all his hands. I can't take credit for nothing. All I'm doing is showing up and saying what he wants me to say and doing what he wants me to do. Okay. I was going to say, why am I here? God and our King. I'm talking about perfect. Perfect. We're here today. And sometimes you don't know what you just got to wait. One of the hardest things for us to do is wait on them instructions. Child, we be over here in the waiting room. But just wait. And I think that one of the things God has been working on me about is just putting yourself, seeing yourself in the life that he envisioned for you, instead of, so, because true, real talk, y'all, it would be very easy for me to be wrapped up in my current circumstances. I don't see myself here. I see myself so far beyond that. And that's why I'm writing intentions, and I'm every day you're constantly reaffirming to yourself, like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Okay. When you know, you know. Child, I'm trying to help as many people as I can know. That's one of my biggest goals. This is not me. I just want to show you what he can do, how he can change your life, and he really can save you from anything. If you just believe. If all you got to do is believe. If you could get on the internet and believe that these folks is living these lives, why you can't believe that you can have it? Why you can't believe that you can have happiness, joy, or kicking addiction, or whatever it is? All you got to do is believe it. We believe far less. Look, ain't no hoping. It's a guarantee. If you claim it, then it's already yours. That's my mindset all 2024. Everything is already done. It's already mine. It's already happened. We're simply catching up to the abundance that is already ours. It's already done. It's a done deal. Like, I'm everything. I'm speaking everything in the present tense. My 2024 is going to be amazing. I'm going up. I got unlimited abundance. I got a new house. I have a new car. Child, Gigi was sitting over here next to me earlier, child. Period. I am blessed all 2024. I'm going up. My pockets are fatter. All 2024. I got all the money that I want, all the money that I need. My children are blessed. Everything in my life, everything I put my hands on is blessed. Everything is growing, excelling, everything. Why? Because God already said so. So I just got to believe him, because it's not me making it up. This is what the Lord said. The Lord said, I will bless you. Go from the land, go from your father's house. I'm gonna bless you. Believe it. Oh, okay. Follow these instructions, and you, yes, sir. Let me follow. And that's it. That's it. That is it. What else? 963 is the next card to come out. We have time to meditate, oneness, and the frequency of God. Child, let me stay on God's frequency, period. I got to stay here. I got to stay here, because it's some child, it's some power. I just heard it's power in the name of Jesus. Is that a song? A child, listen. I praise him for, I'm talking about what? Every breath, every eye, every eyelash on my eye. I don't care, everything. Y'all just have no idea the way my gratitude set up. The way my gratitude is set up. It took for him to humble me, for me to truly have the understanding of gratitude, right? To truly, I was talking to him about this the other day. I say, y'all, when God blesses me with a house, I say, and he gonna bless me with a husband at some point when I'm ready. I'm to the point where he feels like I'm ready for that. And so I said, my husband probably gonna talk about me, because my bath time is gonna be like a whole experience. Like, it's going to be an experience, because one thing, it's the things that you take for granted that you miss the most when you don't have access to them. And I said, it's going to be a whole experience. So don't, if we got to go somewhere, he going to have to give me like 3 hours notice. Because at least an hour and a half of that is going to be a bath experience, because it's something that I know that every day of my life I will cherish. As crazy as that sounds, it's like certain things I will cherish more, because the things that you take things for granted when you have them, and until you lose them, you don't realize how important those moments, those things are. That will be my time with me and the Lord. Do not disturb. Turn the phone off. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. I'm not taking the phone with me. Like, y'all, I have this all mapped out. Like, no, that is me and Padre God time. Cause baby, listen. Tell you, I'm trying to tell you something about the name of Jesus. What else? 411. Okay. Receiving divine instructions, knowledge being passed down, secret and hidden information. That secret place, that's that bad time, I'm telling you. So this the thing. We're definitely receiving divine communication. It feels like all of us are just in the process of receiving instructions. So please pay attention because God has already created the new life. We're just stepping into it. Meditation, meditating on the word, revelation. Come in here. And I say this all the time, y'all, like the fact that we'll sit here and just come and chop it up for an hour, hour and a half just to talk about the Lord. Like, man, do y'all know that God is just like, yeah, them the ones right there. Them the ones who are really serious about knowing me and understanding me and know and really, really concerned with seeing my face and knowing what I can, how knowing me in their heart. Thank you, Lord. Knowing me in their heart. That's what he just said. I'm just saying. I've been shown way too much supernatural to doubt. If God has to reach you, he will. I'm talking about however he needs to reach you. God don't, people think it's crazy. Right before I was on this live, y'all, I was talking to God and because one of the things that I tell him all the time, I don't care nothing about no titles. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a vessel. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I think people get it twisted when you want to be this, that. I don't want to be none of that. Just call me Touche. That's it. Just call me Touche. I don't like people like, oh, I'm a prophet. I don't care about none of that. Like, I'm just here to talk about God and how good he is, right? And so that was like, it's things like that you know like when I was like, well, Daddy, what am I going to, I'll be asking him different stuff, like, is there something specific you want me to talk about? And this came up yesterday, so I'm bringing this back up, or he's bringing this back to my memory, because some of y'all, it's like, I don't know if somebody done told you that because you're not this, that, or the third, or somebody, I don't know, some one of y'all done told me this. God don't, let me get it right. God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called, or something like that. And he keep giving me this energy like somebody, I don't know if you not believe in your gifts. I don't know, child, but it's he bringing it back up again. But it's like, don't put all this emphasis on positions of, like, because this power position, this is why this is the card that he's referencing as he's telling me this. It ain't got nothing to do with a name. Like, God don't care. Those are man-made things. Prophets and pastors and ministers, and God don't care about that. He just wants us to serve. Like, he just wants us to say, like, hey, that's God, that's Jesus, go follow him. Like, so I don't know who need that word, but he bringing it back, and I mentioned it yesterday and he brought it up again. So it's not disrespectful. I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way, but it's almost like, just be mindful, because that's like idolizing someone. Or don't feel like because I don't have no title, I'm just Touche Jermaine. That's it. Message. Like, um and I don't need no title. I'm just up here serving the Lord. That's it. So I don't know who need that message, but they done brought it up twice, so I'm gonna give it. Okay, what else? 414. Keep going. Final leg of the race, and you've come too far to quit. Look, in 1414 at the bottom of the deck. So 14 days from now, someone might have some great and amazing news. Information is coming in. Please pay attention to the things. Something is unfolding, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna take much longer to unfold. Some of you, this was coming through today. Like, some of y'all, you finna step into these rooms. One of the last messages I did today was taught. It was like there was a card, y'all. I cannot make it up. And this is my personal number in the deck, 336 ClariTEA, okay? And I wasn't even like, I just shuffled and everything and I wasn't paying attention. But when God said what he said, message, like he said what he said, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have a title to be hearing from the Lord. And I don't know who I don't know, divine connection, infinite wisdom is God. Like, I don't know, if you have a higher calling on your life, spiritual teacher, the gift of prophecy. So just saying, like, God is the final word, and he said what he said. So just know that. Okay. Like, so somebody, that's confirmation. Like, no, God said what he said. Oh, the golden door, the message I did today, and I was like done recording, right? And then I was like, another message, because it was like 5, and I normally only do like 3 to 4. But there was the last message was talking about this golden door. Someone, and this could be you, someone is getting ready to step into rooms, and I don't want somebody finna get ready to step into some rooms and you may feel underqualified. And that's what they're also bringing up on this power position, because it's almost like, y'all know, we've been getting this energy the last couple of weeks where it's like, we not playing in the little leagues anymore. We in the big leagues, right? So some of you getting ready to step into rooms, you getting ready to step into arenas, and it's going to be people that have been doing this a lot longer than you, teaching or preaching or ministering or whatever it is that God has called you to do. But he's getting ready to put you in a position where you'll be able to learn, but he's also giving this energy and telling me, like, make sure that you stay the same. Make sure that you stay who you are, because it's your gift that is important. He has his own relationship with other people that he's elevated. And he's also bringing some people down a notch, message, who maybe have gotten, they just said, too big for their britches, or who are putting too much emphasis and importance on themselves and taking the importance off of God. Because that's the thing. He needs leaders in positions of power and authority who are not concerned with themselves, but who are concerned with the sheep, who are concerned with making sure that the sheep are getting to God, that they're actually receiving the messages, the wisdom, the shepherding that they need. So this the thing. Don't feel like you're not qualified to be in these rooms, because a lot of leaders, they've taken the God out of it and they've made it more about them. And that's how idol worship comes in, because you can make a person your idol, and we don't have idols. We don't do that. God is. God is, right? So just know that it all, and some of you, it's also a way that you're going, because this is something God had to teach me, and I can only talk about the things and experiences that I've been through. Something that God had to teach me was, it's not about any man that is on this earth, it is all about God. So make sure, so any person, and for some of you, this is going to be a way to like test the spirit as well, as what they're showing me is like, if the person's importance is on them, then that means they've taken the importance away from God. That's why I tell y'all all the time, child, I ain't nobody. I'm just Touche Jermaine, just out here serving the Lord. None of this is for me. This is not for my glory. This is not to make me look good. I just come show up as I am so I can say, hey, this, this, let me show y'all about God, because this ain't me. It's not my words. It's not my wisdom. It's not anything. I don't know nothing. I'm nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm just a person here, and God said, hey, I need you to go speak on my behalf. Yes, sir. That's all I got. This ain't, you're not, that's it. I'm just here. I'm just doing what he told me to do. Okay. So some of you, it's like, that's gonna, and I don't know, that's that's awareness. And he just told me to give that message. So boom, there it is. Okay. So it's not about us. It's not about any of us. None of us. All of the importance goes back to God. Period. And there's nothing else. That's just it. Okay. So anyway, what else? That's it. And it does. It works when you, and that's what I think, that's what it means to be humble. When you just like, man, this ain't me. I'm just Touche. I'm just showing up and giving some information, some wisdom, and some guidance, because God said so. He said, say this, and I said, okay. Mouthpiece. That's it. All I do is like, Like, no, I'm nobody. I don't need fame, recognition. Back in the gap, and that was one of the things that you like. I learned that it's just like, man, I was chasing fame, or it's like, child, I don't need to be known. But the more that you don't want to, so some of you, come on, Lord, some of you, that's what's happening. It's like you don't want the fame, you don't want the recognition, you don't want people to necessarily know who you are. You good just doing the little thing that you're doing. Like, you could just being over here in your little zone and your little lane, like that. I'd be good to just, and he, but it's because you don't want it, because you don't covet the fame, the recognition, and the reward, that he's like, that's the one I want. So that's why he's choosing you. He's choosing you because you, it's like you're not coveting those things. Do you want, and this the thing, do you want a nice house? Of course I do. He knows that. If you want a nice house, you want a nice car, seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things shall be added. Hey, ma, so just saying, I don't know who needed that message. Enlightenment, 1919, the Sun card, 29 and 11, Jeremiah 29 and 11, and 226, the truth. I speak the truth, thetruth.com, and it shall set you free. Okay. That's all I got, y'all. That's it. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. That's it, y'all. That's the word for today. I hope this um y'all, I just be showing up. Y'all know I love doing this. I'm forever grateful that the Lord even finds me worthy, because y'all know I'll be like, Daddy, you want me to do it? And he be saying yeah. So until he tells me no, I'm gonna keep showing up. I'm gonna keep serving. So I'm grateful. I thank y'all so much for tapping in with me, for allowing me to even speak to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a privilege that God even has, first of all, that he feels like I'm worthy to do this, because it's a lot of days that I don't feel like I am. But also that y'all receive the messages, and I hope that they're helpful for you, and that they really impact, empower, uplift, and encourage you. Okay. So just saying, okay. I'm not really religious, but this has definitely helped my faith. We ain't none of us here religious. Religious is rules. We ain't into that. So I'm so truly grateful. The Bible is not religion. It's the Bible is not religion. It's simply God. It's this is not religion. I'm not religious. I couldn't even tell you about religion, because I ain't never been in that arena of life. No mistake, child. No mistake. But it's just something that I learned. It's like, child, I don't even know what religion is. I've never been a part of it. Like, I didn't grow up in church or with a back. I didn't nothing. God just said, hey, go do this. But because and what's crazy is I had to learn that, because it was why I was like, I ain't going to church, and it was why I stayed away from the Lord for so long, because I felt like it was restrictive. It was like, no, you want me to pray this way, do this way. And then, of course, we see different stuff, y'all. And I was just like, mm-mm. And so it's why I stayed away for so long. But then God started to just show me who he is. And so over here, yes, we're reading the Bible, but it's simply showing us what to expect, the different things, nature, like things within us, principles, patterns, things like that. But child, I couldn't tell you. I always felt God was there, even though I never really grew up talking. Always. I always knew it was something bigger than me. And I believed in God, but I just was like, oh, okay. You know, Now, of course, hindsight, I know how many times he saved me, just how much he was truly there. But I didn't really start on this walk until about 4 years ago. Um, so I always knew that there was something bigger than me. And there were times that I would pray, but it was inconsistent. But now I can look back and be like, man, because I know how many times, I could have overdosed, or like how many different times that the Lord truly saved me. Gosh, man, it's just like, so I knew he was there then, and I had no idea. No idea. And now I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. Like, it is crazy, y'all. It is crazy. Every time I think about that and I think about, oh man, y'all, like I shouldn't even be here. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be. But I wasn't thinking about that then, you know what I'm saying? But man, he done been there. He never left. He never left. So we veer away from him. He just never leaves us. So and the goal is to help as many people as possible, as early as possible, to find their way back, because we all knew him. He knew us. What is it, what's the scripture? He knew us in our mother's womb. He knew, he's always known us. We just forget about him sometimes. That's all. And then we find our way back. That's always the goal. And I just want to help people find their way back, because it's freedom. That's one of the things I was watching yesterday. I'm talking about what he does. I was the one. Oh, come on, Lord. Every time I think about that, it's like, man, I was the one, and he came and found me. He did, y'all. He came and found me. And so I'm so grateful, man. Like, I'm so grateful, because I was the one. I was the one. And he came and found me, because I was lost, and he came and found me. And so, oh, come on, Lord. Every time I think about that, like, there are some people will understand, but some people won't. Like, I was the one, y'all. I was the one. And come on, Lord, he came and got me. Um, and he still does. He still does. I'm still the one. He's still saving me every single day. He's still saving me. He's still coming to get me every single day. Every day. That's why I have something to thank him for every single day. So that's it. This will go on until you get it. What you mean, child? Listen, I was the one. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Just waiting for us to choose him. Child, listen. That's it. And it is definitely a choice. I said that in one of the readings today, or either yesterday. I was like, it was, matter of fact, it was yesterday is the one I did, and I was like, the chosen one. And this the thing, you can be chosen, but you can choose not to be chosen. Does that make sense? Like, you can choose not to, you can be the chosen one and still choose not to be chosen. Mm-hmm. You can say, no, I would rather not. That's when people continue to live in the world versus actually serve or answer the call, if you will, if that's a better way to put it. Like, you can choose not to be chosen. You sure can. I choose to be chosen. Like, this is my choice, because this is the best, that this is I've freedom. Thank you, Lord. That's where I was going. Like, I'm free. I'm free. And I was watching something this morning when the Lord woke me up. I was watching like a panel of people, and it's just like, but before that even came on, I was just laying there talking to the Lord, and I was just like, man, people just will never understand, because people think, just like we kind of touched on, people think it's religion. It's like, nah, man, it's freedom. The Bible is simply a tool. And they didn't want us to read it, because when you start reading the Bible, you become free, because you start thinking for yourself. And so it's like, they don't, and just depending on, especially here, you know what I'm saying, in America, everywhere, they didn't, but specifically here, for certain reasons, they didn't want us to read the Bible, because they knew that we would be free, because that's how you become free, because you start to understand that everything in the Bible applies to you too, and it makes you think for yourself. And so once you start thinking for yourself, you don't want to be controlled by anyone else. You don't want that. And God, he doesn't control us, because he just wants you to have the best things. So that's what we're working for. That's what we're trying to create and have. And so all that does is sets you free. Yes, transformed by the renewing of the mind. That's it. Well, you need to do it. What you waiting on? He will what they say, don't touch my anointed ones. He will let you know. And I want you to teach and preach. Listen, and just tell somebody else. Just share it. Like, just tell somebody else, like, say, man, I can't tell you what to do, but I just started reading this here book right here. And people are, oh, she don't have this, she don't have, baby, I will have all of that. I'm not concerned with that. I am freer than most people will ever be in their lives. I'm talking about I'm so free. I do what I want to do. Now he knows that I'm gonna get up and serve. I have the easiest. I was a nurse for 20 years, y'all, and it was the hardest job I ever had. Working 12 and 16-hour shifts for 20 years of my life. 20. My body was broke down. I was on medication for everything. Like 20 years of my life. There's no way that I would go back to that. And for that, for what I was getting paid. Now, mind you, nursing is nursing. Yeah, you can make some change. That's cool. But what you have to go through, no, ain't no way. I could go back and be a nurse right now if I wanted to. I'm not interested because it's bondage. I don't care what anybody says. Thank you so very, very much to all of my nurses. I love y'all. You're doing an amazing job. And please continue to serve and heal and help those less fortunate and who need your assistance. But I would never do it again. You couldn't pay me enough to go back into nursing. Oh no. No, no, no. It's like being in the military. How many terms is that? I don't know. However many 20 years is, that's how long I did my time. I'm out. I'm out. It's the dude. See what I'm saying, Lizzie? Mm-mm. You couldn't pay me to go back. And people be like, the money, the money. Good. All right. If you think that's what it's for, so bring them to God. They need help, but it needs special sauce. My partner is a carrot. How he does it. Well, child, listen, I could never go back, y'all. It's like I just could never go back. I say, Mama, when I make it, we ain't never going back. I say, Mama, when I make it, we ain't never going back. No, I could not. But God bless to everyone who's still out there in the field. I'm so grateful for y'all. But baby, I could never. No, man, no. And no, just no. Mm-mm. You just don't even, mm-mm. Mm-mm. You put your life in danger every day. You wearing your body out, your mind. You getting paid chump change and peanuts. And you doing, you doing all the work. It's a no for me, dog. Look, it's a no. Child, listen, I'm so grateful for free. And so that's what I was talking to the Lord about this morning. I was like, Daddy, I was like, I moan and I groan and I complain. I don't complain too much because you know what I'm saying? I know what's coming for me when he finds it, when he's ready to do it. But I was like, Daddy, I'm so grateful for freedom. And I'm so grateful to be able to think for myself. And part of what I was talking to him about were like the oracle cards and the tarot cards this morning. And I was like, because I have so many of them. Y'all have seen me use so many different ones. And when I did these, as I was talking to him about some that I'm working on, and I was like, man, I want people, the goal of them is to help people start to think for themselves, right? To learn how to trust yourself and trust what you're thinking and listen to yourself. When you look at one of these words, what does it say? Traveling. Does it make you start to come on, Lord? Does it make you start to imagine and say, man, wouldn't it be great to fly to Bali? Wouldn't it be great to go to Dubai? Like when you start looking at words, and that's how God and I created these cards. When you look at these words, like where does it take you? Where does it take you in your mind? Because a lot of times, y'all, we grow up and we forget how to imagine. We forget, and that's why it's so hard for us to break out of the matrix, because our minds are controlled. And so that's why I'm like, no, I'm not going to tell you what to think on these cards. I want you to look at it and see where it takes you. What does it make you feel? Do you see yourself traveling all over the world? Do you see yourself moving to like into your dream house? Because it's like we have to teach each other how, we have to learn how to think for ourselves, y'all. That is the thing. Because when you begin to think for yourself, that's when you become free. Telling y'all, man, like me and the Lord be having some deep conversations, because he's like, and it's because he has me doing this. And I was like, because I'd be like, Dad, I don't even know what I'm doing. He was like, no, but you understand bondage and you understand freedom. And some people, and this the thing. And I was telling him, I was like, this is why you can't focus on the numbers. And I'm also saying this because some of y'all are getting ready to embark on this journey yourself. You can't focus on the numbers because the numbers will discourage you. Because the thing is, positivity, positive energy, that is not what is promoted, y'all. You have to look at the systems that we're fighting, man. You look at, if you turn on the internet, you have to look, I don't care what platform you go on, you see what we're fighting. You see what you're up against. And so that's why when it's like, listen, you can't focus on the numbers. Don't worry about how many people are in the room. Don't worry about that. Because when your time and when God knows, like, okay, you just gonna show up and do it because you really are trying to serve and help people, he will bring growth and expansion. I'm telling you what I know. When you're doing it for the money, you may make some money, but it's not gonna last. You're gonna run into problems, you're gonna run into challenges. You may make a little couple of dollars because you're not doing it for the right reasons. And so they just said the wealth of the wicked again. It's like, listen, you got to be doing things for the right reason. Every day I get up and I be like, okay, daddy, let's help a billion people today. Okay, daddy, let's help a billion people today. Every day, come on, daddy, let's help a billion people. Let's help inspire a billion people. Y'all, the intentions that I'm setting have nothing to do with me. Everything that I write down is, okay, who can I help? How can I help them? I'm okay, daddy, come on, let's inspire, impact, empower, uplift, encourage, elevate a billion people today. Let's reach a billion people today. Let's help a billion people become free today. Like that literally is my mindset, y'all, every day. Like I be tired. It's like, we got to help some people get free today. We got to help some people grow today, elevate and expand today. Like that's literally my mindset. So when you shift yourself to bigger thinking and don't even make it about you, don't make it about your children. Right? Don't make it make it bigger than them. I'm like, man, it's 9 billion people in this world. How can I reach all 9 billion people? I don't care how crazy it sounds. I want to touch the lives of all 9 billion people that are on the earth right now. People be like, "Oh, if you try to help everybody, you ain't going to help anybody." Lies. Cuz the bigger your dream, the bigger you imagine, the more people. If my goal is to help 9 billion people, imagine if even if I only get to 8 billion, guess what? That's a lot of people that I didn't help. Tell y'all. So that's why we have to think bigger. Like I'm everybody on earth. Everybody on earth, you know. So anyway, that's for somebody. That's for somebody. Because y'all are getting ready to step into like doing your own thing. And I don't care. You may be the one that's sitting here reading Bible study. Child, let me know. I don't really internet, but email me. I'll come show up. Like, I don't have a problem. I just don't spend much time on the internet, y'all. Like, I really be tapped in and getting messages and recording and giving messages. I really don't spend time. Come on, 14422, right? I don't spend much time on the internet. But like I'm like, come on, let's support. How can I get your messages out there? As long as you walking in the spirit and you really doing, come on, 611, what God has called you to do. I'm like, child, I can support. Because it's not gonna take anything away from me, you know? When I get out of this job, I ain't never coming back. I ain't even shopping there. Child, listen. God told me I done enough. Some have what? The calling for nursing. I had it for 20 years. I just don't have it anymore. I just don't have it anymore. So that's it, y'all. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. Listen, that was one of not late. Well, I didn't really work L&D, but the couple of times I got pulled to the nursery, that was the one thing that I absolutely loved, y'all, because you just get to sit there and hold the babies. That's it. I used to just get to sit there and hold the babies all night because I was a med surge nurse, and so I didn't know anything about babies, but every now and again they would pull you down there if they didn't have like a CNA or PCA, and you would just like do like vital signs on the mamas and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then you just get to sit there and rock the babies. And that was because I think, and the one time when I was in nursing school, I thought I wanted to be an L&D nurse, right? And so, y'all, one of my very first patients when I was in clinicals, I ended up staying in there. She was getting ready to have the baby. And I sat in there with her for like 7 hours and we were getting ready to leave clinicals. And so she was almost getting ready, like she was getting ready to have the baby. And then it was a bunch of students because that's what happens in nursing school. Like all the students come in, right? And so I had been in there the whole day for like literally a whole shift. Well, then when she got ready to have the baby and all these students came running in, she got a little nervous. So she said she wanted everybody out. So they kicked everybody out. And y'all, I was so sad. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I had been in there the whole time. And so they wanted all of the students out. And I was like, oh, that sucks, man. And so then as soon as I got to the door, they were like, no, 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 Latoya, you can stay. And y'all, I just started crying and I was like, oh my God. And so that was the first time that I saw a baby being born. And I was just like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing. This is what I have to do. And of course, I never became an L&D nurse, but she didn't forget me. She let me stay because I had stayed in there with her. And so I would love that. I've been applying for a job that would put me with the new mamas. Child, listen, it was the most beautiful experience. She crying, having a baby. I'm crying, watching her. And I was a teenager at this time because I was 19 when I got my nursing license. And so I'm crying, she crying, and oh, it was the most beautiful thing. I never became an L&D nurse, of course, but it was beautiful. If I had a life would have been so much different than it ended up being. But anyway. That's what I thought I wanted to do. So that was probably, but at the same time, it wouldn't have resonated in my spirituals because I couldn't have been the nurse in there if something happened to the mama or the baby. So, I can deal with older people, with adults. I don't do children. I didn't want to be bothered with that. So anyway, so thank you, 101 for being a L&D nurse. We received that and we appreciate you. So anyway, that's it, y'all. That's all I got. I hope this was helpful for somebody. Thank y'all so much for tapping in tonight. Every day we here 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be here, for the rest of January, the next week or so. I'm here. Gosh, y'all, I can't believe it. 23 days straight that I've been going live. This is a record for me. Hey, honey, Wunny. And so this is a record for me. So for the month of January, I'll be here every day at 5 p.m., even on the weekends. And then starting in February, I'm only going to do Monday through Friday because I'm going to have to take a day off. And I'm not taking a break in between. So whatever that first weekend in February is, I'll take those days off. But Monday through Friday, starting in February, Monday through Friday, every day, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I like being here in the evening times. Yeah, it's only 23. That ain't nothing. I've worked like 2 months in a row before. It ain't nothing to it. This is easy. This don't feel like work. I enjoy going live, getting up and working like 12-hour shifts for 45 days in a row. That's a little bit different, but this is nothing. This is gravy. So so for the month of January for this challenge, yeah, we'll be here every single day, 5 p.m. And then what's crazy is I probably won't be off anyway because I'll still be recording. So doesn't it? Come on, Psalms 23. That number been coming up, and Psalms 23 been coming up all day today. Come on, seek ye first the kingdom. Can't make it up. Hey, daddy. So anyway, just saying. That's it. I love y'all in real life. Y'all hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and amazing evening in purpose and on purpose. And I know, right? I could talk about them all day. I really could. I really do. That's literally what I do all day. I give messages from the Lord all day as a full-time job. Can you believe it? I know, right? That's what I be saying, man. People be like, what's your dream job? Man, all I do is talk about the Lord all day. Y'all, that's literally what my job, that is my job. I literally talk about the Lord all day. I give messages from the Lord. That's what I do full time. I have other stuff that I'm doing, but my full-time job is literally just being a messenger for the Lord. Ain't that craziness? Man, that's beautiful. Anyway, who would have thunk it? Anyway, that's it, y'all. I love y'all in real life. Hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and amazing day in purpose and on purpose. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, 5 p.m. Bye, y'all.